Again, welcome back to the YouTube channel, friends, because today we are handling how to mix ballpoint pens, different colors of ballpoint pens. Now, very quick, if you haven't watched my video about how to draw realistic drawings with a cheap brand of color pencils, and also if you haven't watched my video about an easy way to apply pen on paper or an easy way to draw using the pens, you ought to watch these videos, because what I'm going to share today, you have to have the knowledge on how to mix colors, and also you have to have the knowledge about how the ballpoint pens work. Now, even though you have watched these videos, you can switch through in the midst to add up the dots. There's no problem with that. And now, without any wastage of time, let's get started. And yes, here we go. We're handling our rose, our red flower. Yeah, and as you can see, I've gone over the sketch with a pen just to make some outlines. Of course, one can begin with the pencils or to be comfortable, but personally I'm comfortable going over with the pen. As I mentioned in my first videos, most especially in the video of making realistic drawings using the color pencils, I mentioned as to why I need to highlight to go over. So what I have here on my left, I have my red pen, I have my black pens, just in the same manner as the colors. I'm going to first use my black pen to go over to create light tones, all the first layers of this flower, following the shadows and the dark areas of the flower. That's what I'm going to do. Alright people, now at this juncture I would like to highlight something. Yeah, so if you realize this is what would be the first layer, but my hatches are too close compared to how we did the thumb, the fingers and the leaves. Why? Because the rose has that they say romantic smooth touch. It doesn't have much of the details on it. So this is something that happens with surfaces like a mirror and water. When I'm doing the hatches, even the first layer, they are very light. You remember I told you that to achieve a dark tone, I go over and over. Now in this particular area, I go over and over and over, but with the same intensity of how I apply the pen, I go over and over and over to achieve that darkness, but I do not press down the pen more than I did here. No, it's the same intensity, but the difference is that I go over and over here multiple times than here. However, now the hatches are too close to themselves such that I do not create a texture that is not on the flower. Other than that, if you did this, you would find out that at the end, if you use the rough hatches that I used even on the fingers to create the details, you would find that your rose will have a texture that originally didn't have, like in the original picture. This is something that happens even with water. You see, this place is going to be dark, but if you see the way I apply, my hatches are too close to each other and they are light. Even at the start, they are light. See, if you realize I lift my pen up, then I draw a line, a hatch, and I lift up and I draw. Just that when I go on multiple times, you might think I'm smudging, but I'm not smudging actually. I am hatching. Yeah, these are the things that I explained in the video before on how to apply, on how to easily draw with a pen. And what happens is that I'm going to go more over and over this area to make it darker. But the hatches are too close to each other such that I do not create a texture that is not in the rose. And so here we are. Well, this has taken some time, really patience. I really love mixing colors as the next stage right now. But what doesn't really go away, or what's not eliminated, is that process needs time. Because now if I would time right now 1 minute to 2 p.m, it's 2 p.m. and I started this at 9 a.m. Well, I have had something like 40 minutes of resting. Of course, the more time you put in, the more precise you'll be. Yes, and so now I'm pressing my pen on the side. What happens is that as it was in the first video, this is the base tone. Now this is my base tone. Now I'm going to put on the other tone, which is the red. But I will be starting from the dark places, the dark areas. I start way back from the dark areas such that I build the transition up to where it is much more red in this area that is light. You can see the transition coming out. So I think I can stop right here. One can really go on and on to make those hatches fine, more fine, putting in consideration that they don't make the piece too dark. However, something also to notice that the black that you apply before also plays a big role in how dark the piece will come out. Yeah, so. And there you go, how to mix ballpoint pens and how to apply ballpoint pen on paper. Just like magic, in an easy way. Yeah, so I will be continuing to share some skills and some tips on different ways on how to draw. You can always ask questions below in the comments, feel free. One of you commented that I needed to extend my camera a little bit as I'm working for visibility, and I hope this time on it's quite a bit clear. Yeah, thank you for supporting, watching these videos, and continue sharing. We'll link up again. Bless.